What is going on, everybody? We are back on it. Sadly, unfortunately, Attack on Titan season 3, episode 22, the the final episode of the season. It looks like I just saw some like kind of I guess breaking news or got some info here that season 4 is scheduled to come out. Hold on, I got some noise going. Season 4 is fall 2020, so that's not bad. So we got to wait a year here, and I'm getting a lot of news that it's going to be the final season. Again, those are going to be split across maybe how season 3 was. Like we get 12 episodes, we get a couple months break, and then we get another 12. Are they going to spit out maybe 24 episodes straight? I would hope it's going to be at least 20 episodes. They could do 20 straight. They could do 12, take a break, do 12 again. I mean, however they do, I just hope it's a good amount of episodes, and I just hope that the story feels like it's finished, whatever it happens to be. Because right now, I mean, if everything that I'm watching and that I've watched recently, Attack on Titan is definitely the best out in the game right now. So like it's holding a lot of weight. We're building up. Like we're going. Like every episode is just banger after banger after banger, story, story, story. Do we just keep going on that just like craziness? Do we flatten out? Does it kind of not hit expectations? That'll be interesting to see. I'm coming off last episode. I don't want this to be like a 30-minute pre-discussion like we had last video. I'll save that for the end. Um, it looks like we have not cracked open those 3 books that they got yet. Everything that we've gotten has been um, Eren flashback or peeking into the memories of others through this maybe it's through that mystical coordinate where all Eldians meet. Um, Now, do all Eldians meet in that mystical coordinate, or do all Eldians that turn into Titan shifters have the ability to kind of transverse across that mystical plane? Uh, and I'm kind of wondering what's triggering um, these flashbacks, these visions, because he hasn't changed. Like nothing physically has changed to him. He didn't just now acquire the attack Titan power. Um, I don't know what's triggering this now as compared to the years that he's had it. We got the shocking revelation how Titan shifters only have 13 years to live, so that means Armin will eventually die, and it looks like Eren is going to have to die. Here's the thing, though. He's got a good 5 years left. We've got to have a time skip. Because how do you end the story? I mean, I guess you could end the story maybe with him still 2 years to live, and just kind of like you just are under the impression that he goes on and lives out his last couple years and passes on that ability to somebody else, or does he do something that sets into motion the peace for the Eldians, or for the Eldians to conquer the world and win by giving the ability to somebody else, by giving it to, or maybe do they find something that maybe if they give it to Krista slash Astoria, they've come across something that won't make her fall under the original um, King Titan's will, and she'll actually fight for her people. Uh, I just don't know. I'd be interesting to see kind of what else triggers Eren's visions. Um, does Armin start having visions as well? I would like to see them open those books because it looks like they're saving it to read in front of everybody. When they open those and start reading, does that trigger things for Eren at the same time? Because those are Grisha's handwritten words, and like we still haven't even seen his journey. Um, we haven't even seen his journey once he got on Paradise yet. So are we going to get to see like how he infiltrated, um, how he started a family, how he became this renowned doctor, and kind of what got him to the point of Eren? Like we've seen a little bits of it, but I want to kind of see it from his perspective. So do we read the books and then we get to read the visual words, and then we get to see it through Eren's memories? That'll be interesting to see. Is there anything else really? And kind of, I want to know. I'm kind of curious how it ends. Like, do you think Zeke and Rainer, and I would hope Annie, if she ever defrosts, when they come out of the final climax of the story, do you think that they still choose to fight for the Marlians out of fear or out of maybe the lives that they've granted them? Um, or do they, or is it going to kind of be Titans versus Marlians? like Zeke gets to a point, or Rayner's gets to a point where he's like, you know what? Why are we serving them? Why are we helping them? Yes, they might have some of our family members held hostage, and they said they'll kill them if we don't do X, Y, and Z. But maybe they just decide to say, you know what? Like this isn't how it should be. And then all of a sudden, we have all the Titans, all nine of the Titans, fighting the Marlians. Um, I went back and watched the end of season two, which was spoilery AF. I mean, if you didn't know at the time to what we know now, you guys said it'll show me how they crossed the water, how they attempted to. I didn't really see it. I have to go back and watch it again. But I'm expecting them to infiltrate. I don't even know what the continent is called. Marley. I'm gonna say. Well, I expect them to infiltrate Marley territory. But the thing is, like, yes, they have Armin and Aaron, but man, you were so technologically behind and not up to par that if Aaron gets captured or Aaron is struggling or Armin, like, what is your plan B? You know, like, what's your firepower after that? I guess you could walk around with thunder sticks, but I mean, is that when they're shooting you from planes and zeppelins and like what is some ODM gear and some thunder spears that you have the handhold gonna really do? Um, so that's just a lot of speculation on what things could be. Um, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm interested to see how this ends. We could talk about it post episode. Was there anything else really big that I wanted to bring up that I hope we get here? Um, no, just really want them to crack open those books. See when we make the parallel connection of like when Aaron makes royal blood physical contact, he can access the coordinate. Can he access it to its full ability? If I don't think it would be. Why keep bringing up? I think maybe he can access it at 50%. And the thing is, like I brought this up before. Like yes, I understand Zeke can't control Titans on the coordinate Titan level, but we've seen him control 20, 30 plus Titans at a time in human form. So that royal blood has to hold some weight. I wonder what Zeke's level of controlling Titans is compared to an incomplete Aaron coordinate power ability. Kind of like it kind of stacks up like I have the Sharingan, I'm a true Uchiha, you're Kakashi, you have it. You can still access it pretty great and unlock it, but like, are you ever really going to be able to fully, take it there? So is an incomplete coordinate power stronger than a royal blood Titan shifter in ability to control Titans? I'd really like to kind of judge the weight on that merit. And then these two big questions that I had thought over the week. Um, when the Titans like all sprouted up this season, when Zeke brought the backpack Titan and all those other Titans, how did they just appear? Like, what were all those lights? How did they just summon? I understand how the Cargo Titan and Zeke summoned. They could have been on foot, sliced it, whatever. They're there, but like, where? How did they bring all those other Titans? Number one, and then number two, jumping back to Coney's village, Coney, whatever you want to call him. We saw his mom turn into a Titan. I mean, now we know that they're all Eldians. Of course, they can all turn into Titans. But like, did somebody go around with syringes and just insert the people in his village and in Sasha's village and other people's villages just one by one? Or like, how did that happen? Why would that happen? Why would you need to do that? Uh, and just more kind of like how were you able to get your hands, like, did Zeke just walk in there with vials and inject a whole village? I don't know. I had that kind of like revelation the other day, and kind of wanted to get an answer to it. So, was there anything else we really wanted? Uh, no, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and do it. We are 2 seconds in, pressing play on the episode. Final episode of this season, right now. And then you've got to get into the point of like, In the past, Eren has been able to command pure titans in order to escape a dangerous situation. Not by will, though. Don't just say he can. Use it, but use it to its full ability? Yeah, they would pretty much. Yeah, we don't know what would happen to Historia. It'd just be like, what would happen if the Marlins got their hands on Dinah, knowing she was royal blood? Like, you never, what, you know? Mikasa and Armin. Okay, so he says that, right? Who are they? Yeah, exactly. Who are they? Um, we kind of get into this we get into this time travel. We get into this time travel thing here. Um, of what happened first, the chicken or the egg type thing. We get into this um, time paradox, time loop thing. Like, what happened first? They're all like on the same time loop here. Um, to be able to access those memories, like those are Aaron's memories that um, I already forget. His name's Aaron as well. Yes, Aaron. Both Aarons. Um, future Aaron, our Aaron, is seeing the memories of past Aaron, which is okay. You know, he has that ability. Okay, that makes sense. Boom, I got his abilities. I can see his memories. But now, past Aaron that we just got introduced to is seeing or getting like split versions, memories, fragments of future Aaron's memories by name dropping Mikasa and Armin. So then we've got some kind of time loop, time paradox thing. And when you get into time travel and all that freaky stuff, you better explain it really well, or you can fuck up a whole story. You can fuck up a whole anime doing that. So I'm not going to speculate on who came first and what happens and what that means by like who came first. This made this happen on this loop, and then like you got like fragment timelines that could or couldn't happen. Like, does the future? Are we on like Dragon Ball Z? Future Trunks, where like you can't change your past, but you can change it. Like it just gets real messy. So I'm just gonna leave it and see how they explain it. So here we go. Beyond the walls. Well, don't release it to the public. Are you kidding? True, you're doing the same exact thing. I need y'all to crack those books open and get a full understanding before you release it. Okay, we're just releasing it. Here we go. They are from a race called the subjects of Ymir that we share common interests. People gotta be freaking the fuck out. You're gonna have people that don't believe it at all, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have a lot of disbelievers out there. But at least you told them. They could choose to believe it or not. And there's still that mystery titan that we don't have a name or a visual to. Could be somebody we've already seen. We don't know. you would hope you're doing better than the king. I still want to know, like the original Titans that were injected, they were like colossal Titan size. Is that just how they were, and they've gotten like kind of smaller as time goes on as they inject them, or what? And then he hardened, powered them up in the walls, or what? Like they're still alive, and those Titans are huge. Careful. Heroes of the Wall. Did she just decide to wake up, or what? Oh, they have to make it to the sea this episode, right? Isn't that what we saw? Marlo loved you, by the way. She's gonna join survey. Uh, they need members now more than ever. If there's still even a survey corps, they should just put everybody in one. That's true. I mean, y'all are telling truths all day. You might as well get it all out. I'm still waiting for Armin's first transformation. Yikes! Just gonna say it to that man's face like that. All right, go ahead, Mikasa. Say something real slick. I know you got it. Wow, my man's gotten some real balls recently. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Wow, my man is really like just letting it all loose. He doesn't have anything to. Oh shit. Here we go. Flotch is like, I mean, when you're on the brink of death, you come back a different man. Yeah, I don't know what you two, Gene and Coney, are talking about. Exactly. Everybody, like, it doesn't. Even though I do agree with what Flotch is saying, um, you can't go back, you know? So just, Armin, you're it. Take it and do what you can with it. Calm down. Tensions are running high out here. Is that Historia up there in her crown and gown? Yep. Historia has a major part to play here. Besides Zeke, to our knowledge, she is the only remaining royal blood descendant of Ymir left. Um, what happens to her? You know, what is her future? You gotta ask yourself, how long has Zeke been a Titan for? He can't have much time left. A couple years, maybe. I mean, Aaron only has a couple years as well, but I still think when it comes down to it, if I had to place a bet on it right now, Rayner will end up betraying the people of Marley. Oh, fuck. He touched her. We haven't seen this part yet. All we got was that he attacked from Rod Race's point of view. The eyes. Hmm. Aaron? Is he crying? Oh, shit. Calm down, buddy. Yo, somebody get him. Oh, of course, are we halfway through? Oh, no, we're already 15 minutes in. Wait, so a whole season has gone by? Like, how much time has passed? A year? Almost? Wow, people are going back out there to their homes. That's nice. They have to go out there, right? I thought Armin said 6 years has passed, but that was something else. I want to see Armin's first transformation. They're just out there roaming free. They're gonna make it all the way to that outside wall. This is Aaron's hair is a lot longer. Yep, they're gonna make it all the way out there to the outer wall. Seagulls, gotta be. Just one rogue titan. Who the fuck is that? Is that anybody we know? No, it's too heavy. It can't stand up. I'm really hoping Annie makes a real big return in season 4, especially if it's the final episode. I want to see. Mm, I want to see all 9 Titan shifters in play at a time. Imagine how long that one's been crawling for. Damn, they made it out there. There's nothing to use ODM gear on out there, though. There it is. They fucking made it. Holy shit. They went very 3D with the animation on that landscape there. The ocean, the sea, it's gotta be. They made it. Wow. What's the distance between the island and the mainland? What'd you do? I mean, if you're someone that's never, I mean, they've seen water before because they have that river or whatever that runs through the middle, but like that vast amount of water, bro, don't cut yourself on that and transform. Don't drink it. But yeah, it's probably is poisonous. Oh, he's starting to getting strong three-eyed raven brand vibes here, where he's getting like very disconnected. He's getting very I mean, he's seen some things. Death? Yeah. We still haven't opened those books. I mean, I'm sure they've opened the books, but maybe you don't need to go page through page if we're going to end up seeing it in his memories. I did want to see what he had to write, though. Wow. I don't think they could kill everybody even if they had the opportunity. I don't think they could keep up. It would take longer than the time that Aaron has to live, I think, to clear that whole continent because all the whole continent is persecuting them, correct? Or against them. And that's the episode. Holy shit. Some of you told me to definitely look at these images, but definitely the I don't want to say slowest. I mean, yeah, I guess it probably was the slowest episode of the entire season. I can't remember what those first 10, 12 episodes were like. Um, but yeah, there's no after credit scenes, but I was told to make sure to like look at these images. We didn't really get anything kind of new or groundbreaking information wise. It was definitely kind of a hmm. Holy shit! What was that machine gun tower we got going right there? Um, how does that feel for an ending episode though? Did it leave an impact? Hmm. I mean, if I had to rank it, I would have put last week's episode as the season finale. Leave it off is like finding out the Attack Titan's name. Um, dang, they're just showing like what past wars in this. I mean, I'm seeing bombing and machine guns and Blood River bodies. Um, but yeah, I think last week's episode would have been a better ending for the season episode because now that's pretty much the episode that sets us in for a year break, a year plus break. Oh, um, and ending off with like you got to save Armin and Mikasa. That would have been a wild ending. But I mean, the ending wasn't bad. The season has been so great that like you give it one episode to be continued. You know, not everything can be 100% banger, banger, banger information. I just think we got so conditioned to that this season because I mean this season, just as a whole, has been it's been insane. It really has. Um, Again, we didn't get any new info. If I can think back to it, there we started off with some of the Grisha stuff again, telling him to like start a family and do all that. We had them deciding what to do with the information. Should we keep it to ourselves? And they spread it out there to the public. Everybody knows you can take that information and do what you want. You could believe it, deny it, think it's a trick, whatever you want to do with that. And then we kind of had Foch there speaking some truth. He wasn't wrong in what he said, I don't think. And I just think you just got to be honest and tell people the truth. When people come to sign up for the scouts, like let them know. For the survey group, like let them know what's up. Like this is real out here. Um, and I do think I mean, he was speaking accurate. Armin, I mean, Mikasa, Levi, um, Aaron, Connie, Jean, they did make an emotional decision right there. And I understand like the people that have said like Armin made some great like strategic moves too of having Aaron plug the wall and um, finding out that the type that Raynor was hiding inside the walls and just kind of a bunch of stuff that you could do there. Um, but it's hard to discount what Erwin could have bring. But like I said in the anime, like I said in the episode, there's no point in bringing it up now. Like I do think what he was saying was accurate. That's why I mean that's why nobody had anything to say back. Even Mikasa, who's quick to like snap on somebody and defend, like you know. But it's also like you can't sit there and dwell on it because it's over. You can't like go resurrect Erwin and switch places and do all that. It's just kind of like what do you do with what do you like Armin just what do you do with it now, you know? What do you do with the opportunity that's given to you um and make his decision, make Levi's decision worth it. Uh so we had that and then I mean pretty much we just got them riding out scenery shots, kind of a narrator version of how long it has been. We pretty much went through winter and back into spring and summer again. They rode all the way out past the wall. It looks like they took. It said they took out every single Titan that had penetrated Wall Maria, except for that random one they saw crawling. More scenery shots, and then they got all the way out there. Armin and everybody finally getting to see the sea, and Aaron is kind of focused on like, yeah, we saw the sea, but like, what does it mean? Even if we go over to that continent and we kill every single person over there, like, Does that mean we're free? Like, is that what freedom is? Um, that's a good question. Like, what is freedom? Um, is it just maybe getting the remaining Eldians that are over there on that continent, bringing them onto the island, and just everybody living, all the Eldians just live there in peace, have some kind of agreement? Um, but would that agreement hold? I mean, you guys have the ability to attack with Titans, but they're not going to inject their own subjects to make a Titan army. So, are those 9 Titan shifters going to be enough to defend an entire island nation's worth of people from planes and gunfire? And I wouldn't be surprised if all the years in the technology that Marley has, they have some like really effective Titan killing weaponry, better than some ODM gear and a slice to the back of the neck. So kind of like what is free? What is the goal? Like even if you make it over there, what's your plan? You know, there's a whole continent worth of people, and it looks like they are all knowledgeable of the Titans and kind of all kind of subjugate them to the same thing if they ever came across them. Uh, and from what I've read, next season is the final season. Again, I don't have episode details or I heard fall 2020, so a year and a half away. Um, I guess kind of the biggest things I'm anticipating for next season is we have to find out who the Titan, the one Titan we haven't seen. Is it on Paradise? Is it in Marley control? Or is it just on that continent and not under anybody's control? Are we going to see it at all? Or is it always going to be this mystery one Titan out there we never know? Or, I mean, the way Attack on Titan goes, I would not be surprised if it's somebody that we've already seen. Um, who it could be, I don't know. Um, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's somebody we haven't seen. And then I saw some other people mention that letter that Ymir wrote to Historia was kind of, I guess, her her kind of death letter. Um, because it made it kind of seem like these were her final words, and Rayner was looking over her to maybe make sure she didn't say anything that would give up their position. And it's like, here, we'll let you write this letter, and it looks like, I mean, she saw her death. We saw Ymir chained up. Now again, was that a flash forward that Historia saw with her like royal bloodline, or did she kind of see Historia's death there? It looks like her Titan ability was given to somebody else. Um, but I don't think that the people of Marley knew that. Um, they didn't know. I mean, they must have known like that they sent over that Titan power, but that Titan power never came back when like Rayner or Bearholt or Zeke, I guess, would maybe recon or come back. That Tasmanian Titan never came back, so they knew that ability was out there. And I guess now that they found it, they wanted in somebody that they can use. Why Ymir would give? I mean, we knew why Ymir agreed to go with them if they protected, Historia and all that stuff. And I'm guessing that's her death as well. So I'm interested to see who they give that ability to. Um, so who they gave that ability to? We haven't found out that like quadruped, backpack titan, cargo titan. We don't know that person's. I'm pretty sure it's a girl. We don't know her backstory, her info. I feel like we've got to get that. At least a name and some kind of background knowledge. And then we don't know who this other titan is. Is it under Marlene control? Is it somebody we've seen? So kind of those three things there. Who got Ymir's power? What's the backstory on the other Titan shifter we've seen? Who's the Titan? And then I want to see Annie make a comeback here. Whether she breaks out or gets let out, has a change of heart and decides like you've got to put her in the story. I can't see. And like, what's the time frame on her like popsicle state? Is that going to thaw off at any point? Can you break through it? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'd like to see her brought back into the story. Um, Now, does she kind of go like, man, Bearholt's dead. I have nothing to live for. You know what? I'll help humanity. I'll help my people out. But her father's over there. So, at least that's what they've made it seem. Like her dad's either captive or under watch or she's working for her father's safety. Or is it like, oh shit, they killed Bearholt. I'll never forgive them type thing. So I feel like Annie and Rayner could be they could easily flip here. help their people or keep helping the Marlians, I feel like they could be swayed either way. And I feel like I could see Zeke doing that as well. Maybe he ends up seeing what his father was fighting for. Or maybe he fully believes. I mean, we know he's not going to convert Eren to the Marleyan cause. That's just not going to happen. So does he just go down fighting, dying for the Marleyans? Or does he decide to help his half brother? I'm not even going to say half brother, help his brother in freeing his people. We don't know what's happened to Zeke since the time he turned in his parents to now. All we know that he's under Marley control, maybe their top commander, their top Titan advisor. Uh, and I'd like to get more backstory on the original founding Titan, the one that made the deal with the devil. And is it really a devil figure? And is it just something she stumbled upon, or did she really make a cut? Because again, we don't have accurate history information here. We've gotten one side of the story, another side of the story, and some kind of parallels that we just slap together and just run with it. And I mean, that's what makes the story great because you don't know, but I want to know before the story's over, you know? You don't have to tell me in the middle, but tell me by the time the story ends. Um, and it's just interested to see. I'm trying to find out, do the Eldians infiltrate Marleyan land? Or do the Marleyans come like full force? Zeke, mindless Titans, Raynor, planes, bombs, guns, like do they come just full assault on the island? Or do our group, the Eldians, the ones on Paradise, do they make the assault? But then how do they cross the water? I mean, they could cross it on boats. We have boats. Um, but to think they're just gonna roll up there and we don't have boats with gunfire and they just have regular boats. I mean, they can physically get there, but to see the chance that they would ever touch land without being just straight obliterated out of the water, I don't see that happening. Now, if Eren can somehow break every single colossal Titan-sized Titan out of those walls and march them across that water, that's a different story. But how he does that though and how they cross the water, whether he hardens the water, but you're telling me this man can harden an entire ocean? That's asking a lot. Maybe he can. Who knows what the Founding Titan's ability can really give you? Um, is that it? Is that what we want to discuss here? I mean, we're right at 45 minutes. I just feel like, man, like they didn't leave, that episode didn't really leave us with much to like, like go off of. We've had hour discussions in these past two videos, but um, it's just kind of what happens next. Damn. Now that I think about it, I was like, I can't believe they didn't give us like a little nugget or tidbit of information to like take for a year and a half break. You know? Um, yeah, I guess that's it. It's hard to rank now because there's still a season left. I don't like to rank animes on like my hierarchy, um, based on having an incomplete story. But I want to say it's probably in my top two, top three, um, favorite anime so far. So what we're gonna do, if you've been an Attack on Titan watcher, I wanted to announce this. Probably best to announce it on this video. Um, One Punch Man is also going to end this week, so our last One Punch Man season 2 episode will be up on Wednesday. So we go from 3 videos on the channel, 3 animes on the channel to 1. It'll just be Hunter x Hunter. What I plan to do is finish this week, and then the week after July 4th, so the week from the, pull up a calendar, the week from the 8th to the 12th, or the 8th to the 14th, it's just going to be a Hunter x Hunter week. Kind of let everything calm down, just get Hunter x Hunter out and everything. What I'm going to do in that time, you guys will see a video. So subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll post it on my Twitter. I think I'm going to start a Patreon. A lot of you have been messaging me telling me to start one. You'd love to support it, and you'd love to have a Discord going for this YouTube channel, and have like moderators and kind of do all that stuff. And then we can vote on different things. And what I'll do is, I already have another anime scheduled to start. After this cleared up, I did a vote, was that a year back, for animes. You guys voted Hunter x Hunter first. That's what we're currently doing. Code Geass got second. So what I plan to do with the Patreon is release Code Geass on there. What I'm probably going to do is like stay a month ahead and then release it to YouTube. So you'll see it on YouTube. I mean, you don't have to pay for anything, you know. It'll still be on YouTube. But what I'll do is maybe keep like a 2-3 week gap. So you'll have like a 2-3 week gap's worth of Code Geass episodes on Patreon, and then I'll release them onto YouTube like 2 at a time, 1 at a time. So you might get like 3 weeks here where it's just Hunter x Hunter on the channel. So So if you want to see Code Geass and things when they come out, and again, it's not just going to be Code Geass. We can vote on different things. We'll take different polls. We can do um, Discord member movie nights and watch anime movies or whatever movies just live in Discord. You guys, if you're a part of the Patreon, I know Code Geass is only 24 episodes. So I mean, we'll spit through that pretty quick. You guys in Patreon can vote on the next anime. It doesn't even have to be anime. It can be anime, TV shows. We can just do reviews of different kind of things, and anything we're able to make, we'll be able to get better equipment, maybe an actual headset and a camera, so you guys don't have to listen to fan noise and white noise and laptop sound. And I'm gonna just kind of just be a big thing, you know. And I'm gonna take advice on kind of like what to do with tiers, and I'll look at some other people's things because I don't want to promise things and charge like 10, 20, whatever, and not be able to like give that to you guys. So I'm gonna look at some other people's Patreons and kind of see what they offer on the different tiers, and you guys will get early access to things we review. I'm not going to take Hunter x Hunter off. We've started 60 episodes on the channel. I'm not going to now put it on Patreon and make you go there to watch it. We're going to finish Hunter x Hunter out on YouTube for free, and everything we watch on Patreon will be put on YouTube. You'll just be like a month behind or a couple weeks behind. But again, just want to kind of let you guys know with that, and we'll have different tiers. And one tier you'll be able to vote and get into the Discord and do things like that. The next tier you'll be able to get early access to things and moderator status, and I need to get some moderators on YouTube for spoilers on things. Then you get to vote on different animes and different movies, and you guys know if you support Patreon, you know how it goes. I'm not saying anything new, you know. But yeah, we'll do that and we'll keep it going, and hopefully you guys enjoy. And if you're only here for the Attack on Titan videos and you don't do any of the Hunter x Hunter, you're not interested in anything else we might do Patreon or channel wise, and you're gonna come back around next year, I appreciate you being here. The Attack on Titan's been a wild ride. The views have been, this has been the closest views we've gotten to Dragon Ball since Dragon Ball came out. What is it, almost 2 years ago? So yeah, if you're only here for the Attack on Titan and you don't plan on coming back till the next Attack on Titan, I appreciate you being here. Appreciate all the supports, the comments, and the likes. Hopefully you'll stick around. If not, I appreciate you. And yeah, if you're going to be here on the channel, One Punch Man will be out on Wednesday, the final episode of Season 2. And like we regularly do, Thursday, Friday, Hunter x Hunter, break, Hunter x Hunter Sunday, and the following week will be all Hunter x Hunter. We'll calm down, reset, get the Patreon started, get all that going, and we'll go from there. So like, share, favorite, subscribe for the final episode of Attack on Titan Season 3. I appreciate y'all, and as always,